القدير الذين أخرجوا من ديارهم بغير حق إلا أن يقولوا ربنا الله ولولا دفع الله الناس بعضهم ببعض لهدمت صوامع وبيع وصلوات ومساجد يذكر فيها اسم الله كثيرا ولينصرن الله من ينصره إن الله لقوي عزيز الذين إن مكناهم في الأرض أقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة وأمروا بالمعروف ونهوا عن المنكر ولله عاقبة الأمور فإن كذبوك فقد كذبت قبلهم قوم نوح وعاد وثمود وقوم إبراهيم وقوم لوط وأصحاب مدين وكذب موسى فأمليت للكافرين ثم أخذتهم فكيف كان نكير فكأي من قرية أهلكناها وهي ظالمة فهي خاوية على عروشها وبئر معطلة وقصر مشيد أفلم يسيروا في الأرض فتكون لهم قلوب يعقلون بها أو آذان يسمعون بها فإنها لا تعمى الأبصار ولكن تعمى القلوب التي في الصدور ويستعجلونك بالعذاب ولن يخلف الله وعده وإن يوما عند ربك كألف سنة مما تعدون وكأي من قرية أمليت لها وهي ظالمة ثم أخذتها وإلي المصير قل يا أيها الناس إنما أنا لكم نذير مبين فالذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم مغفرة ورزق كريم والذين سعوا في آياتنا معاجزين أولئك أصحاب الجحيم الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر بسم الله الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين وما أرسلنا من رسول ولا نبي إلا إذا تمنى ألقى الشيطان في أمنيته فينسخ الله ما يلقي الشيطان ثم يحكم الله آياته والله عليم حكيم. ليجعل ما يلقي الشيطان فتنة للذين في قلوبهم مرض والقاسية قلوبهم وإن الظالمين لفي شقاق بعيد. وليعلم الذين آمنوا أنه الحق من ربك فيؤمنوا به فتخبت له قلوبهم وإن الله لهادي الذين آمنوا إلى صراط مستقيم. ولا يزال الذين كفروا في مرية منه حتى تأتيهم الساعة بغتة أو يأتيهم عذاب يوم عقيم. الملك يومئذ لله يحكم بينهم فالذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات في جنات النعيم والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا فأولئك لهم عذاب مهين. والذين هاجروا في سبيل الله ثم قتلوا أو ماتوا ليرزقنهم الله رزقا حسنا وإن الله لهو خير الرازقين. ليدخلنهم مدخلا يرضونه وإن الله لعليم حليم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداءك أعداء الدين في كل مكان. اللهم من أراد بالإسلام والمسلمين خيرا فخذ بيده إلى كل خير ومن أراد بالإسلام والمسلمين شرا فخذه أخذ عزيز مقتدر. اللهم انصر المجاهدين في سبيلك في كل مكان فوق كل أرض وتحت كل سماء. اللهم سدد رميهم واجبر كسرهم وارحم ضعفهم وثبت أقدامهم واربط على قلوبهم وأيدهم بجند من عندك. اللهم انصر إخواننا المجاهدين في فلسطين كافة وفي غزة خاصة. اللهم آوهم واحفظهم وانصرهم وأيدهم. اللهم إنهم جياع فأطعمهم وعطاشا فاسقهم وحفاة فاحملهم وعراة فاكسهم. اللهم كن لهم ناصرا ومعينا. اللهم ارحم شهداءهم وداو جرحاهم ومرضاهم. اللهم فرج هم المسلمين المستضعفين والمنكوبين في كل مكان. اللهم أيدهم برحمتك يا رب العالمين وأنزل عليهم الصبر والسلوان واجعل سائر بلاد المسلمين بلادا آمنة مطمئنة. اللهم عليك باليهود المجرمين والصهاينة الحاقدين في فلسطين وفي كل مكان. اللهم عليك بهم وبمن أيدهم بالقول والفعل والعمل. اللهم عليك بهم وبمن نافق معهم وناصرهم في السر والعلانية. اللهم شتت شملهم وفرق جمعهم ونكس رايتهم ودمر قوتهم واطمس على أموالهم واشدد على قلوبهم وزلزل عروشهم وعجل زوالهم. اللهم لا ترفع لهم راية ولا تحقق لهم غاية، واجعلهم آية واجعلهم عبرة لمن اعتبر، فإنهم لا يعجزونك يا رب العالمين يا قاصم الظالمين. اللهم اشف صدور قوم مؤمنين بفتح قريب ونصر مبين. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله. أنت السلام تبارك وتعالى هذا الجهل مسمع وأعطانا أفراق. اللهم عنا على ذكرك وشكرك وسلامك. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. Brother Bassam requested us to make dua for his daughter. She has been in coma and conscious for several years now. Is it lupus or nerve breakdown or something? Seizures, something like that. She's been in this situation unawake for a few years now, 5-6 years. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant her a speedy recovery, inshallah, and shed her with His mercy and attention, inshallah. And in these blessed moments, days, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant her family الصبر والسلوان, patience, inshallah ta'ala. نسأل الله العظيم رب العرش العظيم أن يشفيها شفاء تاما لا يغادر سقما. اللهم اشفيها شفاء تاما لا يغادر سقما. اللهم رب الناس أذهب البأس اشفيها فإنه لا شفاء إلا شفاؤك أنت الشافي اشفيها شفاء لا يغادر سقما. SubhanAllah, one of the things you can do, of course it's in the Quran and the Hadith, is to make dua. I'm sure there's one in this gathering that if he said Ameen, probably it's not me, or it's not the Imam, it's someone that we don't even pay attention to. رب أشعث أغبر لو أقسم على الله لأبر. Someone in any gathering that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether he himself make a dua or he said Ameen, Allah will accept for that. So make dua inshallah for her. One of the things in the sunnah, before I give the mic to Brother Bassam, like also make dua لصاحبك لأخيك في ظهر الغيب, like your brother, without you telling him that I made a dua for you. Just make dua oh Allah, give so and so rahmah, maghfirah. Release him from the hellfire. Bless his family, bless his wealth, and all of that, subhanAllah. This dua without fi dhahr al-ghayb, it's highly encouraged, subhanAllah. Even on the day of judgment, some of the, subhanAllah, the friends, they will say, please look for me on the day of judgment. While you are in the Jannah, look for me. Where is Bassam? Where is Jamal? Where is Rasmi? If you don't see me with you in Jannah, please go and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for shafa'ah. Because shafa'atul asdiqa, as in the hadith, it is accepted. We will be, inshallah, granted shafa'ah to ask, shafa'ah or intercession for one another. This is something highly encouraged, which is ad-du'a, inshallah ta'ala. And I will give the mic to Brother Bassam. Give us an update about Gaza first, the donations, and then...
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Jazakumullah khairan. Yes, sure. So some of the questions that came out, well, we had the questions from the beginning. How far we can go with our money? What they do with our money? Sure, it's our contribution in general. So some of the questions came up, how the heck we feed 8,000 people with $2,000 only? Come up like a 24 cents per person. So, Islamically, we are obligated to question. This is the beauty of our deen. So we can't just take things with face value and run with it. We don't have a rabbi, thank God. We don't have a priest to tell us that's what you need to do and just move on. So the early Muslims, they question the Rasul, subhanAllah, alayhi salatu. So we need to question. So I sent a message to the guys out there. It was a voice message, a lengthy one. Explain to us how do you feed 8,000 people with $2,000? So he sent salam to everybody, and he said I can read in Arabic first, and we can translate, inshallah. He said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As'alullah an yubarak fi a'malikum. My dear brother, the calculation is so simple, and this is how it goes. They cook in 10 big pots. We see that in the pictures. It's called qadr, صح? Qadr, it's a huge pot. They cook 10 of these every time they do food. Each qadr, each pot, feeds between 260 to 270, they call it kulkul, I never heard of that word before, which it translates to the small aluminum foil tray, the small tray, not the big one, the small one. And each kulkul, each tray feeds 3 people, which makes sense. So that small tray feeds 3 people. So in numbers, in dollars, again, there are 10 big pots, 265 kulkul average, translate to equal 2650 kulkul, 2650 small trays. 2650 times 3, it's equal almost 8,000 people. So it came up roughly to 7,950. So numbers goes up and down, but at average, they feed 8,000 people. And he sent the pictures of how the qadr looks and the kulkul looks and how they, they deliver it to people. In money, each qadr, each big pot costs $200. Times 10 is $2,000. More details, the $200, it's $150 equal rice, spices, onion, garlic, oil, and $50 equal meat per big pot. He sent some voice too, just to explain more. The team that they work, they're all volunteer, 24 people. They're all part of the camps, and they work for their food. So they get food like everybody else within the camp. And sometimes they get zakah money if it's available. They don't rent locations. They cook within the camp area. They don't rent kitchens. They work with their own hands. There is no overhead like other small organizations or big organizations. They cook with wood, and we can see that in the pictures and in the videos. They cook with wood because they cannot afford the gas, the cooking gas. And that's it, basically. So it makes sense. So 8,000 people for $2,000 cooking in a mass, big, I think, and the guy, he sent quite a few voice messages, and they can go up and down. I mean, if you want to feed them at a higher rate, we need to send more money. And he said, we can feed 8,000 people for $400 cooking lentil. They have done that before? Yes, they did. And that's part of the voice messages. So this is where our money, our contribution goes to. I'm sorry? Oh, very good question, brother. So far we have sent there, as of the day before yesterday, $14,000 plus change. We have on hand $50 only. 50. So with these 14,000 plus, we will have probably 7 more projects with 7 feeding. They suggest that they will continue to feed the people. That's what they need. They need food, especially in this month. So we're not going to go they're not going to do water. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, of course, hey, 90% of the contribution comes from this group of people. Islamically, our framework in general, it's built on collective efforts, collective energy. That's how Islam reaches us. Imagine if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided just to have a Rasul to carry Islam on his own, which is he could. But subhanAllah, thousands of Sahabis joined the efforts. But anyway, that's a whole different topic. We continue to collect. It's your contribution. This is the only form of jihad that we do. We can't carry arms. We can't go across borders and fight with our brothers and sisters. Anyway, to move on, if you can give me a couple more minutes, I will be very grateful. So we're okay with the money, inshallah. Brother Dr. Shamil, last Sunday, he mentioned one of the hadith, Rasulullah, which is very well-known hadith that we know it when we're little kids. مَنْ رَأَى مِنْكُمْ مُنْكَرًا فَلْيُغَيِّرْ. Right? لسانه, كلام. Sorry, باليد, then باللسان, then بالقلب. And that's the least form of iman. So we can translate that hadith to all kind of things that we do in our lives. Do we have a lot of munkar that we are surrounded with? Of course we do. Imagine this. The Zionist movement started toward the mid-1800, late 1800. And they trampled the Ottoman Empire in a few decades. The fact that they had an evil plan from the get-go and it's still working and we're still getting the results of it as of today, it go deep beyond, above and beyond what we average people think. So us Muslims, we have a message. We have a risala bigger than all these evil, projects out there. We cannot compare to begin with our message compared to their, look at the Epstein files. That stems from their project. With that said, going back to the hadith, how many of us here voted for the Board of Education in your school districts? Seriously, how many of us voted to the members of the Board of Education in our school districts? Do you know who is the Board of Education members in your school districts? Unfortunately, the majority of us, we don't know that. 90% of these people, unfortunately, they are Christian Judea/Zionist thinking. That's the one who decided on behalf of us for our kids what they need to be taught, what programs, etc. Brother Osman the other day, he mentioned something maybe randomly about how much we contribute to our people, or to these people. We don't. I didn't meet yet a Muslim contribute to a running candidate for a school district. Let it yet to a city council. I seen him coming, knocking on doors, especially if they're new. And if you question them, if you ask just a couple simple questions, what is your education? How long you have been living in the city? What do you know about the city? Do you know the history of the city? Just simple, plain, questions. You'll be surprised at the answers. We're not involved. I mean, I don't want to compare us to the Zionist movement, but we have a lot of work to do. We have a message to carry. We are the only true path Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put on this earth. We've seen that physically, logically, over the last few years. Since October 7, we have seen that, we have witnessed that. How people revert to Islam, subhanAllah, from just small little acts. So, in short, our involvement has to start somewhere. In this city, years back, when we were doing bank calls for one of the candidates, thus we have not done our work for that candidate either. We did not really ask the right questions. It turns out she was part of the LGBT community. Shame on us. We didn't, subhanAllah, question that. She didn't win. But we had, they have the number of Muslims that live in this city. There were about almost 8,000 people. There's an 8,000 families, Muslim families live in Rancho. Imagine Upland, Fontana now, after, that was about 10 years ago. We do have the superpower to put whomever we want in the city council, board of education, a water board, or whatever boards out there, environmental they are involved heavily. They decide on behalf of us. You receive that bulletin from the state and from your county for the candidates who are running for office. It tells you the resume. Our Board of Education has a retired male woman. Not that big, what, you want to have a male man with a PhD in education? Logically not. So you read these resumes, which is like a small little paragraph, they give them a number of letters. It's crazy, it's insane. These people do not belong. You guys here have more knowledge than all of the Board of Education that currently are running our school districts. And they bluntly tell you, well, Christian Judea values, and this and that. We need to be involved. What is $15, $20 out of our pockets to a city council that you can't sit and question and talk to? We're not preaching religion to them. We preach what we need to happen in our cities, in our neighborhoods. Look at the school curriculums. We were having a discussion the other day with my two boys. Each one have a kid recently. They went through the school system that we have today. They graduated from Los Osos and Chaffey College and Cal Poly. They're not believing in the system at all. They want to go, no, we're not homeschooling. They're already thinking, they're like not even a year old kids, they're thinking about homeschooling. That because we're not involved of the decision making. We have no seat on the table. Anyway, the story goes on and on. It's long. It's not going to be solved in one session and two and talk here and there. But we are obligated. Islamically, this is political for us. Islam is politics. We're not part of a church that do what it is and the moment you leave, you do whatever you want to do. No. Our dua is political, for God's sakes. Our dua that we have every day, it's full of politics. So imagine that if you consider this as your home, which is rightfully so, then we need to be involved. At the local level only. We had made a triple mistake with Pete Aguilar. If we had the guts to question this loser of the things that we believed in, he will not be in the office. Early on, our money put that loser in first run. He was a city councilor in Redland. His parents work in the cafeteria in the Arrowhead Hospital, whatever hospital down there in San Bernardino. So he come from a small little migrant family. Now he is the second man in command in the Congress, getting thousands of dollars from AIPAC. So, in short, we have responsibility, we have obligations. This is our society, this is our community, and we need to be involved. We cannot just keep talking and talking. You have a lot of homework. We do have a lot of homework. Go Google who's your school district Board of Education. And there's election coming. I'm sure we have received them all. There's election coming soon. Go and vote. But before you vote, give them a call. Come and talk to us. Get 5-6 people. We should bring them here and talk to them over here too. This is where we congregate. And this is where we need to make decisions on behalf of our community too. Jazakumullah khairan. That's it. Assalamu alaikum.